Here we are at the live webcam broadcast at catfightlive.com. We are the production company WeBringIt.com. We have Arianna and Cheyenne Jewel. Woohoo! And we have something very special today. Both girls are wearing skin-tight blue jeans. Can you stand up and model these? Oh, the cute little white socks. Look at that. And we have some phenomenal booty going on. Wow. Oh, ooh. Ridiculous. Redonkulous. Booties. Blue jeans, booties, and cat fights.
Yeah.
Very cool. So I just wanted to share that with all the viewers on YouTube and the blogs that this will go on. And let me ask you girls a question. Have you ever gotten in a cat fight wearing blue jeans? In real life?
Real life?
Yes.
Yes.
You?
That night at the concert, I don't think I was wearing jeans. I was wearing just like, you know, those goth pants, the Trip pants. Trip NYC, you know what company I'm talking about? So they weren't exactly jeans.
But you were wearing pants.
They were pants, I believe.
And what was the other girls wearing?
I don't remember. I saw red and I wanted to kill her, and that's all I knew.
What did she do?
She pushed me twice for no reason. And
That'll
she
do it.
didn't know who she was fucking with.
That's right.
That's truth.
I find that if people are wearing blue jeans, it kind of works like when you're working with a gi. You can grab the pant bottoms and stuff.
Good point.
So,
This way.
yeah. So you gotta have a strong, like, monkey grip on your fingers if you're gonna go against the girl with blue jeans. So, you girls can take a seat and relax. We got enough of the blue jeans. We did a short interview with Arianna yesterday. To recap, we learned that she has been wrestling for, 7 years? 7 or 8 years. She trains Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. She's 26 years young. Is that correct?
25.
25.
26 next month.
Oh my God.
January.
Yeah, I don't want to make you sound old.
Close.
God.
28, 25.
Yeah.
And she's a legit fighter, and people love her. So, to Cheyenne, how long have you been wrestling,
5 going on 6 years.
and how old are you?
I just turned 27.
27. We got youngsters in the house.
Seems so old.
That way, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And do you train in any martial arts?
Yes.
What
The
do you-
place that I train offers BJJ, boxing, Muay Thai, regular wrestling, and a number of other classes, CrossFit.
And do you take all those?
When I have time. As everybody knows, my travel schedule is insane, and that kind of puts a damper on things, but I'm slowing that down so that I can practice more.
Very cool. And what websites would we recognize you girls from?
Many.
Yeah. Long list. Obviously, WeBringIt.com. Sleeper Kids World.
Oh yes, shout out to Sleeper
Yeah,
Kids
we
World.
love you,
He's very
Santiago.
yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Let's see, what else? I don't know, there's so many. My own site, Spectrum Custom Requests.
Mixed Wrestling Zone, Female Wrestling Zone, UtopiaEntertainment.com, Femwin.com, HerLegsRule.com. There's so many.
And a lot of people recognize Cheyenne for being a superstar at Academy Wrestling and Ultimate Surrender too.
Yes.
She's a superstar, internet celebrity.
I am.
Yeah,
Jeez.
she's internet famous.
Didn't know I was that famous.
Well, I think you
It's an
both
honor to be with you.
you both are
You too.
pretty internet famous. So it's an honor to be here with both of you guys. Judging from the titles of those websites you listed, Cheyenne, I'm assuming you do mixed wrestling.
Yes.
And do you prefer wrestling with men over women, or do you have a preference?
You know, I like mixing it up because I never get bored. I love the ladies, but I also like dominating men and showing them how big of pussies they are, so it's always a good time.
Very cool. What's your favorite kind of video to shoot as far as wrestling? Is it a cat fight or straight submission wrestling or pins matches or mixed submissions or
My favorite, although I like the variety, is probably the very competitive, real, just straight submission, real stuff.
okay.
It can be nude or non-nude. It doesn't matter, but as long as it's real and it's not, fake.
And how about you,
I'd
Arianna?
have to agree.
But you don't do nude, so
No, but I used to do topless, but I don't anymore.
not anymore.
No, but I have no problem with other people being nude on the mats with me.
There you go. That's right. Do you even notice that they're nude when you're wrestling with them, or do you get so focused on what you're doing?
During the match, no. I if it's a fully competitive submission match, it doesn't matter if their boobs are out or not. Like, I'm focused on working the fall and using my brain to try and get out of things, or it's like a chess match. So.
Yeah, it is. And while we were watching it, sometimes I watch the videos and I don't even notice the girls are naked.
Mm-hmm.
If it's really like evenly matched like that, it is like watching a very technical chess match.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you girls ever get aroused when you're wrestling?
I saw this coming.
If it's not fully competitive, if it's like semi-competitive, yeah.
If it's super competitive, like she said, I don't really have time to notice because super competitive is not a sexual thing to me. I'm focused on what I'm supposed to be doing. So if it's something where I have time to think about sexiness, like with other sites that do that kind of thing, then I'm focused on the sex aspect. But wrestling is not generally sex to me because I like it as a sport. I don't necessarily like it as a sex thing.
I see. So, do you prefer doing like squash matches where you're completely dominating the people and you're just, submitting them, tapping them out left and right? Or do you prefer the more competitive?
Competitive.
Yeah, perfectly even matches where, like, you go into the fall and you're like, okay, we're both good, we're both on the same level, and, it's just going to be a toss-up of, who sees that opportunity and takes it. Like, that's really what makes an exciting competitive match.
I see. Very good.
Sorry, I got a little excited.
No, you did get excited. Very good.
Yeah, I get bored if they match me against somebody that, they just know that it isn't going to work. I'm just like,
But if you're able to teach that person something throughout,
yeah, they're probably going to learn from it.
Helpful.
And maybe next time they'll be better.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing. It's just, it's two different types, It's good to work through something with somebody who wants to build their skill because they have to start somewhere. And then after the fall, you can be like, okay, well, this is what I did, and this is how you can reverse it, or this is how you can do it yourself next time.
Yeah. So do either of you have people who are your ultimately favorite people to wrestle with?
Well, you and
It's me,
as a
Ariel.
company, although you always kill me.
That's because Ariel's very good.
There's so many good girls in this business. I mean, I've made so many friends in this business. And some that have recently retired or are off for medical reasons. So, I mean, there's just so many great girls.
Yeah.
I can't wait to have my match against you rematch in January, so that'll be fun. And, of course, fighting you, it was so even that, like, obviously, we both
Yeah,
played on
so
the mats.
you guys had a match last night, which has not been, published anywhere yet. By the time people finally get around to seeing this interview, it may be up on WeBringIt.com. Let's go over the rules of that match and talk about kind of what makes We Bring It so special. We put you in a match. We kind of made it with leg scissor submissions only. So you girls were wearing lingerie, correct?
Yes.
And the only submissions allowed were leg scissors. And both of you girls are extremely skilled, experienced wrestlers. And to get an actual leg scissor submission is pretty hard when you're going up against people of your status and experience. And yet you girls were able to both get leg scissors on each other,
Yeah, it
which
was
says
hard.
something about both of your leg strength. And as we could see from the booty shots I just did in your blue jeans, you guys have some remarkable muscles in those legs and some remarkable ass muscles, and it was amazing. So let's talk about what you were thinking before going into that match, knowing how tough you are and knowing how ridiculous leg scissor submissions are, and
Seems that way when you're going into it.
Right. So what were you thinking when we said, okay, the rules are just leg scissor submissions?
I was thinking that I wouldn't get tapped out in a body scissor, and then because of training jiu-jitsu all the time and not doing the grappling competitively against women as often as I used to, I wasn't even thinking about head scissors. You know, in jiu-jitsu it's like always keep, both arms out or both arms in, so you've got both arms out and then you're walking into a head scissor and you're like, fuck! This isn't jiu-jitsu!
Yeah.
So it was really cool.
Yeah, she has very strong legs, and she has length on me because I have stubby legs, so I knew I was going to have to be careful of her long legs going into it. And I kind of mix my style with a little bit of everything. Like there's BJJ, but I also mix a lot of pin and body control and a little bit of like collegiate wrestling in there, so I just kind of looked for my opportunities wherever I could find them.
She's very well-rounded. It was awesome.
Yeah, I saw the ass. It's very well-rounded indeed. Very well-rounded indeed. So, what were you thinking during the match once you guys actually did get submissions? Was that, were you guys like, holy fuck, I didn't know what I was walking into? Or
Yeah. It was really even. I knew it was going to be a good match, but I didn't think it was going to be like as back and forth. Like you would get an upper hand at some point, and I'm sure you were like, oh, I got this, this, and then it would switch, and I'd be like, I've got this, and it just kept going that way back and forth. It was very.
It was
exciting.
like the chess match we always refer to in when we watch fights in wrestling. It's always back and forth, and it was very exciting to watch. So I cannot wait for the viewers to see it and comment on it and enjoy it.
I'm sure they'll love it.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Was there at any point in the match where either of you realized, I got this, I'm going to win?
I really didn't know how the last fall was going to go. I mean, it could have went anyway. I mean, we really...
Yeah.
I mean...
It was neck and neck.
It was neck and neck.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
The winner, it was well-deserved, though,
Yeah, that was
usual.
a hard fought.
But it's begging for a rematch,
Yeah.
so there will be one.
Oh, yes. And that was your first time working together
Yes.
at all,
Ever.
right? Correct?
Ever.
Did you learn anything from this experience?
That she's great, and you never listen to anything that anybody else ever says about
Yes.
somebody.
Yep, exactly.
Make sure you meet the person yourself and get to know them personally and just take everything everybody else says with a grain of salt.
Yep, she's a lovely girl, and I couldn't have asked for a better competitor on the mats.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I agree.
You are too.
I'm a big Cheyenne Jewel fan. I have been saying this for years. I think she is one of the best wrestlers on the planet. I think she's underrated. I think people don't realize how talented she really truly is.
That's
and
because they're scared of her, probably.
she has solid muscle. And
So intimidating.
can I see some biceps? Yeah, that's
Holy
like
Moses.
ridiculous.
Feel it.
I wish I had a tape measure, but I'm guessing those are about 13 inches.
The last time they were measured
And look at that
was
back muscle, too.
last
Holy
spring. They were 12 and a half.
I know, they're
but they've
13.
since gotten bigger.
I
since
knew
last
it.
spring. So I'm
Can
gonna
I
say-
fucking call it?
I'll say around 13.
13 inches.
Beautiful.
And let's see
growing
that.
all the time.
Growing all the time. Let's see that back. Because when you were wrestling, I could not keep my eyes off that nice tattoo. Woo! Oh my god.
Shit.
Oh my, and her butt is flexing without even trying. Look at that.
Sorry, I keep touching you. I can't help myself.
Well, that was insanely ridiculous. So, yes, I'm a big Cheyenne Jewel fan, and a big Arianna fan.
I'm like the string bean now. I'm not ripped like these girls. I try to use my brain, and it's just like, oh my god, their muscles are so hot.
Yeah, it's crazy when you're with somebody who's just solid muscle like
Oh my
that,
God,
and
yeah.
it hypnotizes you. You're just
Yeah.
like, these are amazing.
I'm like, oh, I can feel it. So sassy.
It was very fun to watch, and very fun to watch Cheyenne's muscles. undulating while she was wrestling with you.
Nice verbiage.
And so I appreciate the interview. Let's do some shout outs for your websites, because I know you girls both have websites. So let's talk about that.
Okay. At the current moment, www.cheyenneJewel.com, CHEYENNEJEWEL.com. It's just a blog site, but I am opening a clip store very soon. I know I've been saying it forever. Sorry, guys. I thought it'd be up by now. But I will have the clip store posted on there as soon as it's up, so keep checking back. I'll probably have them linked somehow. And other than that, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, FetLife, MySpace, but who uses that anymore? And all those many great wrestling sites. So just Google me.
And what kind of content can we see on the clip store once it's uploaded?
My store is going to be a mixture of all different genres just to get off the ground. I have a fan base that comes from all different corners of many different fetishes and stuff. So I'm just going to kind of mix it up. You can always send requests, and I also do customs out of my home. I have an HD camera, so you can email customs or just clip requests, anything you'd like to see me doing, to Cheyenne_Jewel@yahoo.com.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And Arianna?
www.spectrumcustomrequest.com. We do all types of fetish fighting. We aren't doing a lot of competitive custom requests right now, but we will release something special once in a while, like pins and things like that. But as long as you're not asking for any happy endings, we do everything. And we base off of customs and bringing your fantasies to life, because that's what I like to do in my free time.
Aw, you're a people pleaser. I love it.
Yes, I can't help myself. That's how I roll.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate your taking the time out of your schedules to do this webcam and interview. You girls are both very charming, and I wish you continued success.
Thank you.
Thank you.